Well, hello. Today is Saturday, October 10th, and we are going to talk about creating a plant-powered menu. Well, I'll tell you right from the get-go, this will probably be quick and to the point because this is not something I can relate to at all. But I am going to try my best to talk about it. First off, we have to start with how did I do on the scale. So let's take a look and see how I did. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. I had another lost weekend. I always pride myself on the fact that I can get right back on track, but last Saturday, seeing that 2-pound gain, it threw me like you wouldn't believe. It just, I was expecting a loss. I was delusional, obviously. But I wasn't expecting a big loss. I was expecting maybe like a 0.2 or a 0.3. So to see a 2-pound gain, it threw me. It really threw me. And I was like, what the heck? Why am I bothering? Why am I doing this? And I went crazy. I'll admit, I won't even tell you what I ate because it's too embarrassing to say out loud. And but I've learned from that weekend because I'm not going to do that again this weekend. Definitely not going to do that again this weekend. So I stopped weighing myself every day. I did that for the previous week. Oh, did I do that last week? Yeah, I did that last week, and I really was, that's why I think I was so surprised because I weighed myself every day. Although I can't do that. I just can't. But I'll take the 0.8, definitely. It was like they handed me a silver platter, and they go, here you go, Sandy. We're going to give you a 0.8, and we're going to let you try again. And so I'm going to be very grateful for the, what do you call it? Groundhog Day, that I can relive the day, and not relive that day, but on Monday when I got back on track. And I was on track all week. I really was. I stayed within my points. I went a little bit over a couple days, but I still got a blue dot every day, which is why I lost the 0.8. I had so much ground to make up, it wasn't worth it. So enough about that. That was yesterday, and yesterday's gone. Today it's talking about creating a plant-powered menu. Chances are we all have a friend who's jumped on the plant-based bandwagon recently. Well, I can tell you with 100% certainty none of my friends have. I have not one friend that has. Not to say there's anything wrong with that plan, but, well, you know what? I think, though, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Lainey over at Lainey's Life is on a plant-based. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive she's on a plant-based. Okay, and they're not the only ones. See? Lainey, I just pointed her out. Eating a diet rich with fruits, veggies, and products derived from plants like olive oil and almond or oat milk. You know, I've never had almond or oat milk. I should probably try it. Everybody talks about it. I don't know. Has gained some serious traction thanks to many benefits. A plant-forward diet gives us plenty of protein and fiber, helps us stay full longer, and gives us more variety with tons of flavor. I do find that to be true. I find that when I eat a lot of protein and a lot of fiber, I do better. I do well. It keeps me from snacking. I'm not really a big snacker unless it's like the wrong things to snack on, like chips and dip and cookies and pop and donuts and stuff like that. But to snack on something healthy, I need to improve on that. I definitely need to improve on that. And I think that if I was to snack more, my meals wouldn't be so big because I have my portion sizes are way out of control. And I realize that even when I make my plates and I look at them and think, oh, Sandy, you're way out of control. But that's something I'm going to try to work on this week. I'm going to try on working on cutting back on my meal sizes and snack more on healthy foods. So that's my goal for this week. They tell you what to do. Build a meal, snack, or even dessert around plant-based ingredients. After you're done, pay attention to how satisfied you are and plan for your next plants. Well, I will be honest with you to tell you that even though I start off with a meat for my planning, I surround it with vegetables. I really do. My kids growing up, because Jim doesn't eat vegetables at all, very rarely. Occasionally I can get a salad in him. If I make a roast, I can get some mushrooms and carrots in them. But as far as like a real vegetable, not that those aren't real vegetables, but you know what I mean, he won't. When I had family dinners, pre-pandemic, pre-COVID, I had family dinners every week, and we always had peas, corn, green beans, broccoli. And then sometimes we had a salad. So we always had at least 4, but maybe 5 vegetables. And then we had potatoes and then the meat. So even when my kids were little, the very first thing they learned how to eat was vegetables, because I'm thinking, I'm making all of these meals, we're all going to have vegetables. And if Jim wants to just eat meat and potatoes, then Jim can eat just meat and potatoes. And all my kids and my grandkids love vegetables. So I did something right there. The first thing they tell you to do is to cozy up to chickpeas. Toss them in salads or roast them for a snack. You know, I do like a chickpea, and see, that's another thing, it's like a nut. They're high in calories, but they're better with a healthier fat and a better protein with them. And I think they got fiber too. So you gotta kind of weigh the different things. Don't always go by calories. Obviously you need to check your calorie count, but try to eat a healthier calorie, even though it's a little bit higher. You know, let's face it, you can have like a cupcake. How many calories are in a cupcake? And then you could have chickpeas. I know it's not fair comparison. I'm saying calorie-wise, as far as, you know, picking something, if you're going to go strictly by calories. So I put in my salad black beans a lot of times. I love just like a black bean or a white bean. Obviously, I put it in my chilies, in my soups. I have had sides, like a side, but I haven't had that in a while. That's something to think about. It's like I just had like a piece of chicken with some black beans. Once again, chicken is not part of the plant-based food, but I am never say never, but I don't see in the near future me giving up dairy or meat. Who could pass up a good cheeseburger? Not me. Number 2, swap black beans for oil in a brownie recipe. You'll never notice, I promise. You know, I've seen that, and I'm really thinking I'm going to try that one day. I really am thinking I might try that, because I love a good brownie. I'm not going to lie to you, I love a good brownie. Someone had said too, Chit Paddiwhack had a recipe for a caramel something. What was it? I printed off the recipe because I saved her video, one of the two, because, you know, I'll put a link down below for that. She uses pumpkin as a substitute for, I think, for oil. And I don't like pumpkin. I don't like pumpkin in any way, shape, or form. But she said you can't taste the pumpkin. So, anyway. But the recipe looked really good. So I think I might be trying that one too. Obviously, I might be thinking of trying it. I saved the video. Number 3, lean on lentils. They might be small, but they're filled with some serious nutrition, and they can turn soup into a hearty meal. I can tell you that in 70 years of being on this earth, I don't think I've ever had a lentil. I don't think I ever have. Maybe it's been in a soup that I bought at a restaurant or something and I wasn't aware of it, but as far as me going out and buying a lentil and using it, I know for 100% certainty I didn't, and I know that my mother never did. So that's something to look into. And number 4, mix mushrooms with lean ground beef and burgers and meatloaf. Well, they're just telling you to stay away from meat, and then they're telling you to put it in a meatloaf. So, oh, sorry, I got my eye. That makes no sense. But anyway, extra flavor and fewer smart points is what we call a win-win. I add mushrooms to a lot of things. Another recipe, which I'll leave a link down below for that one too, is Joan over at Joan's Pointed Plate made a pepper steak with pepper and onion steak. And I told her the only thing I would add to that would be some mushrooms, because Jim and I love us mushrooms. We love us some mushrooms because we eat a lot of mushrooms. But that would be the only thing I would do on that. I haven't tried that recipe yet. I do have some steak in the freezer, so I am putting that on my menu for one day. But it did look really good. So you got 2 recipes out of this today. How's that sound? And number 5, think of tofu as a blank canvas for tons of flavor. It soaks up marinades well and is ideal for adding to a stir fry. That's another thing I've never had in my life, is a tofu. It just doesn't look appetizing. It just doesn't look like I can doctor it up in any way, shape, or form. And I've been told by so many people that you can and you would like it. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like something that I would particularly like. I don't know. But anyway, once again, the recipe is for something I'm never going to try. Pumpkin pie butter. It's only 1 point in all plans. But that's what it looks like. I'll leave that at the end, so if you want to make it, I can tell you, no, not for me. Not for me. So, anyway, I'm going to include a picture here at the end to show you how far I've come. I'm a little discouraged that I'm kind of going slow lately, but I'm not giving up. And when I look at the picture, it reminds me that don't give up. Look how far you got. That sweatshirt I have on is kind of hard to tell because I'm showing you a frontal view of how big I am, and then a side view with that same sweatshirt on. So it's just, the sweatshirt is too big, but I like a big comfy sweatshirt when I'm walking. I like a lot of room to move around. I've always bought things a little bit too big, but then when I got too big to get something too big, because they only go up to so many sizes, I had to make do, I guess. But anyway, they're telling you to create a plant-powered menu. If you can't completely go to a plant-powered menu, try to increase the plant powers on your dinner plate, your breakfast plate, your lunch plate. Think of all the things you can add to your, in the morning for your breakfast. You could add all kinds of stuff to your eggs, and have a good lunch with some salad. Throw some black beans or some chickpeas in there, and for your dinner, try to do like a tofu thing, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what you come up with. Okay, boy, this is a little quicker than my normal ones, but you know, not my favorite subject, not my favorite topic, but anyway. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do a daily vlog. I'm on a weight loss program. I'm following the Blue Plan on Weight Watchers. I've lost 92.6 pounds. I've been at it for almost 4 years, but you know what? I pride myself on the fact I've never given up. It's the farthest I've ever come in my life as far as losing weight. I've never lost this much weight before in my life. I've lost this much weight before in my life, but not all at one time. I've lost like 10 and then gained 20, and then I lost 20 and then gained 30. You know, it's like, but to stay on a consistent path, I can pride myself on the fact that I've never, in the whole time I've been doing this for 4 years, I've never gotten more than 10 pounds, which is not a good accomplishment, but I've never gotten more than 10 pounds over my previous best weight lost. So I think that's because of Weight Watchers. I also sing to you on your birthday. If it's your birthday or your anniversary, if you let me know your name and your significant other's name, I'll sing to you. I once in a while do recipes. Not that often, but once in a while I do recipes. I do collabs. I love collabs. I do a fun tag every week when I'm tagged. It's a Tuesday tag. And I do grocery hauls. So check me out. Give me a week. Give me a week. What do you got to lose? Well, maybe 10 or 15 minutes out of your day watching my video. But trust me, it'll be well worth it. So like, comment, subscribe, share, and as always, 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 always stay safe.